23 male, 23 female. My girlfriend is unhappy with my height. What to do? Hi, I am 23 male and I want to get something off my chest and need advice, help. I met my girlfriend Trough Gaming, online. We met in person after. At first, before we met, she told me that she was 5 feet 6-ish and I didn't question it. I'm 5 feet 10-ish. Fast forward to the day we are about to meet, and hours before meeting up she casually tells me she might be little taller than me, which took me by surprise and I didn't know what to say and decided to give it a chance. Well, when she arrives she is not 5 feet 6 or 5 feet 10, she is straight up like 6 feet 1, 6 feet 2, towering over me. We talked about it and she admitted to lying because she knew I wouldn't be interested in dating someone that tall. It wasn't end of the world for me, and we have been together for 6 months-ish, and almost every day she mentions my height and that I am small and things that make me feel lesser and not good enough. Which really hurts me. The worst is when she does this around my friends, calling me small and even shorter than I really am and lying about herself being shorter than she really is. I understand that she is very insecure about being tall, but that in my opinion does not give her the right to bash and put me down to feel better. I'm seriously considering breaking up and would appreciate advice. Skeptical smiley face. Update, more info. I've been reading replies, almost all of them now, and it has helped me see things more clearly. Someone mentioned that, how would she feel if you called her fat? Well, she does that too to me, I mean. And a lot of people also telling me to talk it out. The problem with that is she never admits to being wrong, so I cannot even start the conversation about her wrongdoings, and trust me, I have tried. I also want to add that I haven't ever felt super insecure about my height before her, but now it's all I think about, and not being tall enough. It's hard to see from outside, but when someone you love tells you things like that, you're going to take it personally no matter how thick your skin is, and it is not playful at all or doesn't feel like it is. I have told her to stop doing it, but she won't. I know it keeps sounding worse and worse, but she also regularly talks to my friend about him being tall and perfect, which is really fucking weird. I plan on breaking up in the best way possible and we both go on our own way, but I don't know exactly how. Time for a new girlfriend. She lied to get you hooked, and now she makes comments about your height all the time. Why keep dating this person at all? Are you a glutton for punishment? She is clearly insecure about her own height and is belittling you to make herself feel better, which is not okay. It's what a bully does. Why do you want to be with someone who bullies you? Your girlfriend is an insecure liar. She was fine with your height at first, lied about hers, and now negs you about your height. Tell her to date a lamppost if that is what makes her happy, and find someone that lifts you up instead of tearing you down. You are above average in height. If she wants a tall man, she should find a tall man. I personally think being hung up on height if you're with someone you genuinely connect with is complete stupidity. You are correct, she doesn't have the right to put you down to feel better. So explain that you care about her, you don't care about her height, and you love her for the way she is. But that you're not sure if she feels the same because of how often she comments on your height, and how that makes you feel. Find someone who isn't a shallow twat. I, 23 male, am getting extremely tired of my fiancé, 28 female, pressuring me into life-changing decisions. My fiancé and I have been dating for just under 1.5 years. She's been pressuring me into these huge, life-changing decisions without letting me get my opinions out. She pressured me to propose before I was ready by planning our wedding before I ever popped the question. Her last surviving grandparent went into hospice, so I wanted to work with her on that one, and is now pressuring me to have a kid. I completely understand her thoughts around her biological clock, but we physically aren't ready. We're still not married, we make maybe $50,000 a year combined, and she's trying to argue that we'll be moving into her dad's house, so we'll be able to afford a kid, which I highly disagree on. Every time I try to voice my own thoughts and concerns, she shuts down and just says, whatever, forget about it. You don't even want a kid, etc. She does this for every argument, and I end up having to apologize for things that I didn't even start or aren't my fault. It's driving me up a wall and is tanking my mental health. I tried proposing we sit down with her dad or my parents to let them mediate the baby conversation and let them give us their wisdom and thoughts, opinions, but she refused. What do I even do here? Call it off? Therapy? I don't want to leave her, but I can only deal with this childish behavior for so long. Any advice helps. Call it off. End this. She's refusing to listen to you. This does not get better, it only gets worse. This is your last chance to get out before it is horrifically more painful to do so. Get out, now. You are way too young to let this be your life. If you allow her to bully you into everything, you will wake up in 20 years hating your life. You are too young to be feeling this way. You've been dating this woman since you were 21 years old, and she is using your age and lack of life experience against you. First off, you should cancel the engagement. She is trying to lock you in, and kudos to you for recognizing that. I would go so far as to say you need to completely break up. You need to figure out who you are alone before you can find the right partner. If you go ahead with the marriage, you will either be miserable, or you will get divorced, after throwing thousands at a wedding. Do not have a baby with this person. And be careful that she doesn't, accidentally, get pregnant. You are only 23. Break up with her and find someone who is not baby crazy. Do not let her control the BC. She pressured me to propose before I was ready by planning our wedding before I ever popped the question. Her last surviving grandparent went into hospice, so I wanted to work with her on that one. And is now pressuring me to have a kid. You need to run. I completely understand her thoughts around her biological clock. She's 28, not 38. And even if she was 38, that's not a good reason to pressure someone into getting engaged and having a child. She does this for every argument, and I end up having to apologize for things that I didn't even start or aren't my fault. You need to break up and move on from this toxic woman. And certainly do not have sex with her anymore. I don't want to leave her. If you don't leave her, you'll end up being a dad in the next year. You should leave the relationship. I don't know what other answer you're hoping for. She's made it very clear that she doesn't care what you want or how you feel, and she will continue pressuring and manipulating you into doing what she wants. If you want a life where she makes all your big decisions, then keep on keeping on, but if you continue this while thinking it might change, you're being very foolish. My boyfriend 23M about to cheat on me 20F? So my boyfriend is planning on going to Jamaica with some of his friends. I have no problem with it, he's been working hard and I genuinely think he deserves a break, so I'm happy for him. So his flight is today, and last night I decided to stay at his place to help him get ready and make sure he's set to go, and to also give him some mind-blowing sex before he leaves, but he got called in at work and him not knowing when to say no, he decided to go. While he was at work he gave me a call saying he's not sure where he put his passport and asked if I could look for it for him. I said okay. He gave me a few places to look and it wasn't there, so he suggested I look in his suitcase. He said it didn't matter if I had to unfold the clothes or unpack the suitcase, he just wanted me to check there, so I did. I ended up finding the passport and immediately gave him a quick call to let him know. While repacking the suitcase, a box of condom fell out. I honestly wasn't sure what to think because there was no reason why he would need to have a box of condom with him on a vacation when I wasn't gonna be there. The last few times we had sex we didn't use any protection, so there was genuinely no reason for him to have a fresh box of condom. I honestly don't know what to think. I decided not to overthink it and waited until he got home to ask. When he got home I confronted him and it was so clear he was lying to me. At first he said it must have accidentally fell in while he was packing, then he said he was holding it for his friend. Bunch of bullshit. We got into a huge argument and I just left. He's been calling me since. I'm gonna be completely honest, we haven't had sex in over 2 months, it's been so hard to find time for each other. He has a full-time job and I work 2 jobs and go to school, so we barely had time for each other. We spoke about this and he said it was fine, but I'm not too sure because now I'm in this situation. I genuinely don't know what to think. Girl, you found a box of condoms in his suitcase? Yes, he's about to cheat on you. The silver lining is you caught him before he did it. And let's be honest, he was 100% planning to. Girl, how does a box of condoms fall in folded clothes? The math is not mathing, do not cave, you got this. Move along. Regardless if you stay or not, he will be sleeping with another girl any chance he gets. If you didn't find it, he was using a random girl in a different country to bust a nut. If you break up, he is still going to bust a nut in a random girl. He is planning on having sex with someone on his trip. He might be going to Jamaica with her or meeting her there. If you can't trust him, call it quits now. Baby girl, I am not sure what you want from us Reddit users. You answered your own question. He lacks self-control and has no respect for you. Just leave. Girl, if you don't get out and suck some new hot dick while that little man goes to Jamaica ISTG. Do people really live like this? 31F, 31M. I 31F have been with my significant other 31M for 7 years. We were together in high school and separated till our early 20s, also getting pregnant a month into it. Then a couple years later having our second one. House, dogs, you name it. I have always had such a sentimental feeling about our relationship because of the history. I have always loved him and still probably always will. We have always had trouble talking and that's okay, I still wanted to be with him the little he gave me. Lately the weight of everything dealing with us makes it hard to breathe. Coming to realize I feel like I set up our whole relationship out of love, while his was out of loneliness. Lately we haven't been doing well mainly because of financial fighting and communication. I make at least $10 less than him at a home healthcare agency. I love working with my clients and I have been doing it for 9 years. Lately I just feel so little and insignificant in our relationship. I pay my half of the bills. Electric, cable, childcare. I also work night shift, so anything that needs to be done during the day is me. Picking up kids early, vets, doctor appointment. Me. On top of him making more than me, he gets settlement checks for an accident that happened when we were kids. $1,000 a month, but also just recently in the past year got a lump sum from that settlement for $20,000. I'm trying to make this as easy to understand perspectives. I don't want to make it seem like I want his money at all. I just don't want to feel like he would let me drown in debt. Since the electric is mine when I was on maternity leave, the power did get shut off. I ran through my savings quickly and never once offering to help me but me not wanting to ask because it was his. We go to the grocery store and pay separately. He tells me he knows so many people who live their lives like this. One of the other reasons I don't even know how to feel. He was pushing for me to get subsidized childcare, which I jumped through hoops to get. So instead of $300 a week it's $25 a week. That I pay. He just recently told me the $1,000 he gets a month is just going into his savings now instead of the mortgage payment because he can do that now. Why not tell me that? He started stuttering when I asked if he was just saving a $1,000 and I'm not supposed to know or what. He said it wasn't a secret, he just didn't tell me. I could cry. I don't know why it hurts. Our last fight about money was just saying exactly what I just said. I don't want to feel like you would let me drown in a pile of debt. I'm going to paraphrase, but it was pretty much, well, you should have done something better than what you're doing now. Why is it his fault? He works hard for his money. I also stole going to business school because that was his thing, which was my breaking point. Unfortunately, embarrassingly, I did it for us. I thought maybe one day we could open a business and just live the life, but to know he always thought I stole it? Broke my heart. It's made me realize I don't know what he thinks of me. Then all these things spiral and I think, did he ever love me or did he just not want to be alone? Do people really live like this? I always feel 2 steps away. My husband and I are a team. Your husband would rather let the lights go out on his wife and infant child than pay bills while you weren't working. He never loved you. Keeping separate accounts is one thing, but this is an extreme. In effect, he is keeping you in poverty while he gets all the benefits. The big thing is that it will erode your emotional connection fairly quickly. You will attribute all your stress to him. One positive way to start the process to work this out is to tell him that you intend to do some skills upgrades courses to improve your financial situation, and while you are doing that he will need to take a bigger role in the home. This will show you how he truly sees things. He will either object and basically say you are to stay where you are, or he will embrace the plan and help you improve yourself and your situation. Don't do this unless you intend to go through it. Short answer, no. Long answer, fuck no. People in unhealthy relationships live this way. People with selfish partners live this way. He isn't being an equal partner to you. And you're right, he shouldn't want to improve his own financial situation at your expense. Expecting you to pay bills during maternity leave is really nasty work. This is not normal. I am sorry, but he doesn't care about you. No partner who loved you would allow the electric to get shut off when they have enough to pay it. My boyfriend and I live together, and yes, we split the bills, but frequently help each other out. I pay electric, him internet and phones. When we eat out we take turns on who pays, etc. A year ago I was in some financial trouble and was short $100 my portion of the rent. He paid it, like any loving human would. This man is using you. I am so sorry. To summarize, yes, it's normal for a couple to split bills, but it's not normal to let one suffer while the other can save $1,000 a month. If he's more financially secure, he should be helping you more. A couple works together through tough times, not let the struggling one drown. I don't know about others, but no, I don't live like this. Our finances are shared, and over the 18 years we've been together I've made more than him, he's made more than me. Right now we make about equally. We have always been equals financially because we are a team, not a competition. We have similar spending, saving habits as well. Financial compatibility is huge in a relationship. You're not wrong for being upset. I know I couldn't stay in a relationship like this. Not saying break up, but definitely counseling and better breaking up of duties, because it sounds like you're doing the bulk of child-rearing duties too. That counts as income in my book.